traders, FX Pip Collector here. Today is Tuesday, December 9th, and this is my morning market breakdown for all the pairs on this list right here, which basically are the main pairs that I do trade. I always like to start off with the US dollar index because for me, that's like the roadmap, tells me what to do for all six of these major US dollar pairs. Definitely doesn't really care so much about gold. Gold kind of does whatever gold wants to do. So on the daily time frame, we had a nice break of structure on the US dollar index, as you can see. If this right here is the end of a pullback, like either an ABC or an WXYXZ as I have it, then this will now start making lower lows, lower highs, and eventually go down and take out these lows. There's also a possibility that this is just a pullback to this last move right here. You know, I was very bullish on the weekly, at least temporarily, so I wouldn't be surprised if this did end up doing something like this, you know, making some sort of a three-way pullback to a fib level, and then continuing back up from there. Either way, you know, that is very far into the future. So either way, at this stage, I don't really think it's all that important to know the difference because primarily we would be bearish the dollar, being the dollar pairs themselves. Going down to the 4 hour time frame, we did get a break of structure yesterday, but it didn't really hold above structure. But it is definitely a solid break. Now it kind of rejected structure, so it could possibly keep going down. If this keeps on going down, then the dollar pairs will keep on going up. But like I said, it definitely did give us a bigger structure. So maybe this move down right here will make a higher low, and maybe it'll go up and give us a nice solid bigger structure, which would prove that this whole move from here to here is over. If this whole move is over, then I would expect a pullback to this whole move down, probably either a wave B or possibly a wave 2. So keeping all that information in mind for the dollar pairs themselves, moving on to the euro dollar. Euro dollar is definitely very, you know, on the daily time frame, it is technically still down because it has not broken structure yet. This right here could technically be an ABC pullback, and it definitely could end up making a lower high and going down. So we have to keep an eye on this. We are in a very important area. If this right here is a wave C, then the 100% Fibonacci extension of A projected at the bottom of B would be my target for the end of this move right here. But we don't really know that to be true, do we? This move down could just be a pullback within an uptrend also. So keeping all that in mind also, let's take it down to the 4 hour time frame. So on the 4 hour time frame, we definitely got a break of structure to the downside. So I think there's a good chance this whole move up is over. If this whole move up is really a wave C, then fine, we're back into a downtrend and this will make lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, and just keep on going down. Now the problem is this is looking very, very overlapping. So usually when you see a very overlapping pattern, it could just end up being another pullback within an uptrend. It might just end up being a pullback to this last move up right here. We got interest rate news coming out tomorrow, so I think the market's going to be kind of waiting for that. Going down to the 1 hour time frame, this is where we got our Fibonacci retracement on here. Now, if we really do have a significant turn right here on the 4 hour, then this will make a lower high. It will turn at a Fibonacci level. It will go down. It will break structure and make another impulsive wave to the downside. If this is all just a pullback within an uptrend, it will not break structure at a fib level, but instead it will make higher highs, higher lows, eventually going up and giving us a solid break of structure to the upside. So let's take a look at the pound dollar. Pound dollar never did break structure to the downside, still very, very bullish. The pound dollar is definitely still in a downtrend on the daily because it did not break structure. We are sitting at the 78%, definitely could be a big area of resistance. This still could end up being an ABC pullback, and it still could end up going down because the daily and the weekly time frame is technically down on this one. So going down to the 4 hour time frame, this is our structure line from yesterday. It didn't really break and hold it below structure, but for me, what I see is I see one down, one up, and then one, two, three down. Kind of looks like this could be a little ABC right here. So I wouldn't be surprised if this did make a lower high, and end up pushing down like that. Whether it's a complete trend reversal or not, I guess we'll have to just wait and see. Going down to the 1 hour time frame, like I said, this looks to me like a possible flat right here, mostly because this looks like one, two, three waves down. So if this goes up anywhere near these highs and then turns down, it's probably either an A or 1. This is probably either a B or a 2. And then it will either go down and make a 3, which would be very impulsive, or possibly it'll go down and make a wave C, which would probably just do something like this and then continue back up. So keeping all that in mind, moving on to the Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar is also very bullish. We are sitting at the 78% Fibonacci retracement on this one also. But just because you're at a significant Fibonacci level doesn't mean that it needs to go down. Obviously, there's a lot of resistance in this area with these spikes right here and the 78%. I'm kind of hoping that it does start a move to the downside, because if it does, I would like to go long here for a nice swing trade for the continuation of the uptrend. So going down to the 4 hour time frame, our most recent structure on the 4 hours right here. If it breaks below there, then I definitely would become bearish. It definitely does have that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 look, and we're definitely sitting at the 78%. Looks like a pretty good area to see a nice bearish engulfing down and a break of structure. But until it actually happens, we don't really know that it is going to happen. Moving down to the 1 hour time frame, anything I see to the downside, I would look at as nothing more than a pullback within an uptrend unless we break this 4 hour structure right here. If it does turn, if it does go down a break structure, then I would start looking for pullbacks to go short after the break of structure and after the first pullback that would come after the break of structure. Moving on to the Kiwi dollar, very, very similar to the Aussie dollar, except for the Kiwi dollar did break structure on the daily. This orange line is the weekly time frame structure, which it looks like it's trying to break that also maybe shortly. Hopefully what happens is you get one up, corrective down, and then another up. Just like the Aussie dollar, my next best trade would be right here at the end of the pullback that would come next. But for now, it is definitely still trending up. We do not have a break of structure to the downside on the 4 hour time frame. This is the most recent structure right here. If it goes down and breaks that, the first thing I would do is tell my Fibonacci retracement on this whole move. I would expect some sort of a three-way pullback, most likely a wave 2, but could possibly be a wave B, like an ABC of 2 or like an ABC of B. So taking it down to the 4 hour time frame, I mean, it looks like it's ready to go. I mean, it looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're sitting at the 50%. Just because you see 5 waves doesn't, and you're sitting at a resistance area, doesn't mean that it has to turn. It could keep on going up. The trend is always your friend. Now, if it does go down, if it does break this structure, that's where I would look for pullback entries after the break of structure and after the pullback that would come after the break of structure. So moving on to the US dollar CAD. The US dollar CAD was very weak because of the Canadian. I personally think we're in a wave B right now, so I think this is like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of A. Probably eventually going to go up and make a B, and then probably down again for a C. And I think this is all going to be a pullback to this last move up. So like an A, a B, and then eventually back up for a C. So more than likely, even if it does go up, it's probably just going to be like a wave 4 correction to this last move down. So let's take it down to the 4 hour time frame. No breaker structure yet on the 4 hour. I mean, unfortunately, our structure is way the heck up here. Going down to the 1 hour time frame, we do know one thing for sure. We know that this wave from here down is complete. So we got our Fibonacci retracement on here. Looks like impulsive up, looks like corrective down. It should lead to another impulsive up. If it goes up to a Fibonacci level and then turns down sharply, then that's the end of a pullback, and that's a short. On the other hand, if it goes up and makes higher highs, higher lows, and starts giving us some breaks of structure, then we know that this pattern on the 4 hour to daily time frame to the downside is complete. But like I said, most likely we will be in a wave 4 on those higher time frames. Moving on to the US dollar Swiss. I mean, I'm overall definitely still very bullish the US dollar Swiss. I still think it potentially can take out this high. I still think it needs to do something like this to finish off this pattern. Maybe this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern right here for the ABC of Y. Definitely makes the most sense for me, especially when you're thinking about the dollar index. So definitely looking for longs. We got a nice break of structure this week already, so we are definitely for sure bullish. Anything we see to the downside, we should look at as nothing more than a pullback within an uptrend, as long as we keep on getting those higher highs and higher lows, as you can see. So going down to the 1 hour time frame, this is my most recent structure on the 1 hour. If it breaks below there, then I would definitely become much more bearish. Otherwise, anything I see to the downside, I would definitely be looking at as likely just a pullback within an uptrend. Whether it's going to turn at the 61, which I think it definitely could because there's a top bottom right here. This top could become a bottom, or whether it goes down to a lower level, it doesn't really matter. I just know that until it breaks this low right here, anything I see to the downside is very likely just a pullback within the daily time frame uptrend. Moving on to gold, there's kind of a fan favorite of most people. I still think that gold potentially needs to make one more push to the upside to hit one of these higher Fibonacci levels. I still think this is an A, this is a B, and eventually it's going to go down and make a C. I'm just not really convinced that the way B itself is actually over yet. Going down to the 4 hour time frame, very sideways market. If you've been watching my videos, I predicted it was going to be sideways last week because I could clearly see the 5 waves down. I clearly see this as a B, and I think this potentially is a C. So I still think it potentially should take out this low before it goes up, but it looks like it is trying to end the correction now. So Taking it down to the 1 hour time frame, it definitely has broken structure, as you can see. And it definitely does have a 5 wave structure to the downside at a Fibonacci level, giving you a break of structure. So this possibly could be the end of a pullback on the 4 hour time frame, the end of a wave C. If it is the end of a wave C, then it should make higher highs, higher lows, and it should go back up towards that 78% Fibonacci retracement that I just showed on the daily time frame. So moving on to the JPY basket, I always just look at this real quick. It's for me, it tells me what to do on the JPY pairs themselves, and we are definitely obviously still in a downtrend, and there's no reason otherwise to think that we're not still in a downtrend. So we are definitely still very, very bearish the JPY basket, which means I'm still very, very bullish the dollar yen, the euro yen, and the pound yen, and all the yen pairs actually. Moving on to the US dollar yen. So the US dollar yen actually did make an engulfing move to the upside yesterday at the 78% fib. I'm kind of hoping this is the end of a pullback right here. This goes up and at least makes a double top. Then if it goes down and gives us a break of structure, then great, we'll start looking for shorts. But right now, we are definitely still very, very bullish for sure. Going down to the 4 hour time frame is where you can see the break of structure that we had yesterday. I'm actually still long on this pair. I went long yesterday right around this low right here. Definitely seems like a pretty good trade. Most likely, if this is the end of a pullback right here, then it most likely should go up and take out these previous highs. Going down to the 1 hour time frame. So anything I see to the downside, I am definitely assuming there's nothing more than a pullback within an uptrend. It definitely does have a 5 wave structure, so it could possibly make a much bigger pullback. It could do something like this, and then end up continuing back up later on, like a wave 1, wave 2, and then eventually wave 3 to the uptrend on the daily time frame. But for me personally, I'm definitely not trying to sort this wave two. I'm actually just holding on to my long and potentially might even try to go long again and build a little position to the long side if it gives me the opportunity to. So going down to the euro again. The euro again, we're not even close to a Fibonacci level, and at this point, I think it's very likely it's going to hit this 123 before we see a big turn. So I think it's going to keep going up. I definitely don't see any reason to think that it's not going up yet. Going down to the 4 hour time frame, definitely very bullish. No breaking structure down, no significant lower highs. We are definitely only looking for longs in an uptrend. And this one actually looks more like a 1, 2, 3. So this one doesn't even look like it's ready to turn. Even if it does turn, it's probably just like a wave 4 and then back up again for a wave 5. So definitely, mostly because of the JPY basket, I am very, very bullish the JPY pairs themselves. No reason whatsoever in any of them to think that we've made that big turn to the downside yet. The pound yen is actually all the way up to the 100% Fibonacci retracement from the weekly. If this really is a way B, the more likely place for it to actually go is 105%. So because the fact that the other pairs will continue to keep going up, I think that this will potentially keep going up a little more also to at least this 105 area, which is right below the 210 area. So definitely looking for longs on this. Unfortunately, if you're not already long on some of these yen pairs, then the strategy is to be patiently waiting for a pullback in order to go long. You know, there was a beautiful pullback right there to go long. There was a little pullback in the Asian system right there to go long. There's a little chance to go long right here. I personally definitely wouldn't be trying to go long right now, but if it does make another pullback, a three-way pullback especially, that's where I would be looking to take my next long for potentially the continuation of this uptrend on the higher time frames. So, anyways, don't forget to check out my website if you're interested in following along with all my swing trades and participating in my members only group. The link for that is down here in the corner. And as always, thank you for watching and happy trading.